Hi everybody and welcome back to That's My Dog. Now today's video is how to get your dog to get along with children. Obviously if your dog has only ever been around adults or they are new to being around children, it can be quite a big task to ask your dog to get along with them. Obviously children are a lot more lively, a lot more wanting to play with the dogs. They might be a lot more touchy-feely than adults are. There are a lot of different things that you can actually do to help your dog get along with children, and that's what we're going to be talking about in today's video. Now before we do get started, do let me know down below in the comments, has your dog ever had any experience with children? Do they get on with children absolutely fine? Are you thinking about getting a dog and you currently have children? Let me know all about it down below in the comments. But let's just jump straight into this week's video. So one of the most important things you obviously must do with your dog is to socialise them. Socialise them with other dogs, but also with children. There is actually a period between your dog's 8th week and their 12th week, which is the most critical development period. This is where it will make a massive impact on your dog and how they think and what sort of dog they become. So if you can let them be exposed to children at any time during this period, it will massively help them if you're wanting to become a family that has children. But obviously during anything that you do interact your dog with children, make sure they are being watched all the time. Then the next step is to make sure your dog is an obedient dog. Obviously if your dog doesn't know their name, or they don't know how to sit, they don't know how to stay, how to wait, anything like that, it is going to be a disaster when you try and introduce them to children. You want to make sure your dog is as prepared as possible, and if you can, definitely do introduce them to an obedience program and just train them properly so that they fully understand what is expected of them, because it's important to note that a well-behaved dog is the first step and the most important step to make sure they get along with children. Now our third tip is one that doesn't actually revolve around the dog. This actually revolves around the children. Make sure your child knows when and if it is safe to pick a dog up, when your dog might be showing signs of not wanting to be handled, if they are growling, if they are not looking happy, if they are ill, if they are doing their business, if they are eating. This is times when a child should never really go over to a dog, because you never know what a dog will do in them situations, as any situation really. But make sure your child knows how to read a dog properly as well, and also to practice handling them, so to practice giving them training, practice telling them to sit, to make sure a child is able to do that and knows how to almost get out of a situation if they need to. Tip number 4 is to not let your dog jump up. If your dog jumps up at any time, make sure you are telling them off and doing the correct procedures. Obviously if your dog doesn't get told off when they are jumping up, they may decide to jump up on a child, and the child might be smaller than them and it just won't end well. So make sure you're training your dog not to jump up. I mean, to be fair, Milo isn't really a jumpy dog anyway. He'll jump up to us, but that's because he knows us. He doesn't really jump up to anybody when we are out on our walks. And number 5, it might be a good one to do before you introduce a dog to a child if they are wanting to have a long-lasting relationship, and this is to introduce your dog to their children's toys. For example, if your child is regularly around a cuddly toy that makes a lot of noise, you might want to introduce the dog to that so that they can smell it and they can get used to the sounds, because obviously it could scare the dog and they could react in a negative way. So just introduce them to anything that you think might be a bit scary for them. And that is it. Thank you all so much for watching. Don't forget to, like I say, comment down below and let me know, has your dog ever had any sort of interaction with a child and how did it go? Don't forget to also follow us on our social media channels. We are on Instagram, Facebook and also Twitter. We are all at That's My Dog, so really easy to find. And once you have found us, definitely don't forget to give us a follow or like our page. Also don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe by clicking the little button in the middle here, and also forget to check out our previous video, which is all the way on the other side of this screen, if you would like to learn more and more about your dog. Thank you all so much for watching, and me and Milo here, who I think is about to wake up. We'll see you all next time for next week's video. Bye.